Good afternoon, baneful brethren. Hi, it's Stacy and Hannah again from Toxis Podcast. How you doing, Han?
I'm pretty good today. How are you?
Can't complain. Who is that over there? That looks like my nephew, Alex.
Oh yeah, it is Alex Kiwi.
Alex, the Kiwi. You can find him on YouTube, by the way.
And Instagram.
And Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, look at you. You're fucking everywhere. So I quit smoking on Thursday.
How's that been doing? You're not liking it, are you?
I'd rather be smoking.
Have you gone grocery shopping yet?
Yes, I did. And as soon as I got out of Walmart, I'd lit a fucking cigarette, took 2 drags, and then I was like, wait, what am I doing?
Yeah, no, you're trying to quit that, but like, you need it.
Oh, when I'm dealing with people? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I either have a couple drags or someone dies. So, you know. So, anything new with you, motherfuckers?
Not much, but speaking about dying, what's our topic today?
Oh, speaking about dying. Well, oh, man. That segue, or segue, if you will.
Segui?
Segui! That's even better. Oh, thank you, Hannah. I am going to give you this.
You get that, really?
Just for Segui.
Just for Segui.
Oh, shit, I touched it again. Sorry, guys. Well, I guess we really like Segui.
Yeah, we really like Segui.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about IPV, or intimate partner violence, which is actually, like, WHO actually considers it, like, not quite an epidemic, but it's getting up there.
Yeah, like it's spreading across.
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah.
Is it
It's
more
terrible.
of an epidemic than HPV? Question mark?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so shall we begin?
Absolutely.
All right. So, this is hard to do. Imagine you're sitting at home on your couch enjoying your favorite beverage or a snack. Your TV is tuned in to whatever show you like best. You are relaxed. You're content even. Okay? Then you hear the key in the lock of your front door and you instantly tense up. You know it's your partner coming home and you should be happy to see your life partner, but you're not. Scanning the room and yourself, you look for anything that might set them off. But wait, what if something happened during the day that already has them angry? Your breathing gets shallow, your pulse quickens, the beating of your heart is a fast, steady rhythm in your ears. Anxiety rises in your chest, and the need to run, hide, escape pulses through your whole body. The door opens, your partner enters, and you study their face and body language for signs of anger or agitation. Then they say hi in a cheerful way, and you relax a little, because the day is not over yet, and there could be a million other little things that could set them off. Fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Today it will be fawn, because the other 3 options have been beaten or scared out of you. Just stay alive today. Maybe tomorrow will be better. However, every time you've been with what? I can't even read my own writing.
Don't worry, I can't even read my own writing on the best of days.
However, all the time you've been with this partner has not gotten better, but you have no way out. So just stay alive today. Kind of soul crushing, eh?
Well, I got a little bit of a tense feeling in my chest just
Got a
listening
little-
to you read it.
Thank you. I wrote that.
Yeah.
You wrote that? That was amazing.
I wrote
I got like a drop in my stomach.
Like,
Really?
as I was,
really nervous
like,
vibe.
hearing
Like,
it.
I
Wow,
was
maybe I
in
really
that
should write my book then, eh?
situation and feeling what was happening in that situation. I got quite a heavy feeling in my chest listening.
Now imagine how many people feel that when they actually hear the key in the lock.
That would be scary.
I've felt that
I just can't
more
even
than once
imagine
in
it.
my life.
Ugh, me too. Okay, so the World Health Organization identifies as IPV as a major global public health concern as it affects millions of people and can result in immediate and long-lasting health, social, and economic consequences. This is from Canada.ca, Women and Gender. Okay? IPV impacts people of all genders, ages, and socioeconomic, racial, educational, ethnic, religious, and cultural backgrounds. However, women experience this form of gender-based violence at much higher rates, most often perpetrated by men. IPV can occur in both public and private spaces, as well as online. When children are exposed to IPV, it is considered a form of child maltreatment. People can be charged now for child abuse for the kids seeing abuse in Canada anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Online especially, it's really targeted for a bunch of kids because kids can go everywhere online.
Yeah. It's so, and, I know just from watching true crime and shit like that, after people break up, like I'm just going to say men towards women because that's predominantly what it is.
Yeah.
But so many men get online and threaten. And then the woman will block and they'll just make a new
Stalking the
email
social
or,
media. I've had that
you
happen
know,
to me. Yep.
something like that. So it's
Creating
so
fake
easy to do
profiles
that.
on Facebook to attack you or to put malicious comments on your profile and shit like that. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I've had that happen to me from actually not just an ex-partner, but a partner's ex has
Really?
maliciously
Oh,
stalked
yes,
me
yes,
and
yes,
attacked
yes.
me profusely on social media and publicly. Yep, 100%.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Crazy. People are fucked.
Say
Fucked, I
that
tells
again.
you. Huh?
You could say that again.
People are fucked.
I didn't mean literally.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so IPV can happen within a marriage, common law, or dating relationship, regardless of the gender and sexual orientation of the partners, at any time during a relationship, and even after it has ended, whether or not partners live together or are sexually intimate with one another or not. It doesn't matter, right?
Nope.
IPV can include coercive control, which we are going to do an episode on coercive control, criminal harassment, also referred to as stalking, emotional, psychological abuse, financial abuse, physical abuse, reproductive coercion, sexual violence, spiritual abuse, so religious abuse, technology facilitated violence, also referred to as cyber violence. The impacts of intimate partner violence, physical, including minor to severe injury, short and long-term health conditions, stress-related illness, and of course death. Psychological or emotional, mental health consequences, depression, anxiety, PTSD, that kind of thing. Experiences of shame, stress, and fear, of course. And costs to social standing. So, do you understand what that, because anyway. You lose a lot of friends, right? Because they're going to isolate you. That's, for any abuser, isolation is like the first go-to. Financial costs include lack of access to finances, missed wages, professional consequences, legal support. So, a 2018 survey found that 12% of young women aged 15 to 24 who had experienced IPV reported symptoms consistent with post-traumatic stress disorder. 15 years old. Nobody at 15 should have PTSD from something like this.
Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you, but
But it does happen.
it happens a lot.
Yeah. Because say it with me, people suck.
I mean, you got people in Africa probably have PTSD from when they were like 3, almost getting stepped on from an elephant. So
Yeah,
we don't know.
Yeah.
But
that's true. But in developed countries, first world countries, that should be the least of your worries when you're 15.
yeah,
What to wear that day should be your only worry. Unless when you went to Catholic school, right?
I currently
Or still do.
I did, and I still do.
Do you wore a uniform?
No, not once.
They didn't have uniform. Where did you go?
I went to Sacred Heart
Oh yeah, there's
and
no
then Christ
uniforms
the
here.
King. No, so,
Do we have any schools here that have uniforms?
Nope.
Really?
Uniforms aren't really a standard nowadays,
Huh.
unless you're in like a Richie Rich.
I
kinda
suppose,
area.
yeah.
They don't really care because that's extra money out of their pocket for
Yeah.
something that barely helps anyone and actually infers on people more.
Yeah. It must be kind of nice, though, for kids to wear uniforms. You don't have to worry about what you're wearing that day.
Yeah, but then you're wearing the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
also
doing the same thing every day causes depression. So imagine
That's
seeing
true.
the same thing every day.
That's true.
well,
Yeah.
Your eyes have more senses than anything.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Anyways, let's continue.
What's up, Han?
Oh, I'm sorry, Han. Here's the mic.
That's her son, by the way.
yeah, I can't get a word in edgewise here. Yeah, no, not to mention that they're not allowed to wear anything that is inappropriate. So like a Hellfire Club t-shirt
Yeah,
from Stranger Things.
yeah, yeah.
He's not allowed to wear that.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with hell. It's a Dungeons and Dragons club.
Yeah.
But because it says Hellfire and has a devil face on it, can't wear it.
Yeah.
I was given a free shirt for wearing it that day. I was given a literal free shirt
What did the shirt say?
just for wearing it.
I love God or some shit?
No, it was the school I went to. They gave me one of their shirts for completely free just because I wore a Hellfire Club t-shirt.
Did they bless it first?
I don't know.
I'm not wearing this if it's not blessed. Other research found that 36% of women in Canadian shelters for victims and survivors of abuse noted mental health issues as one of the top challenges they face. Police reported data makes up maybe half of all abuse and shit like that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe.
Police reported data shows that women are overrepresented among those who experience IPV, including among victims of intimate partner homicides. Despite its severe impacts, most cases of IPV are not reported. In 2019, 80% of people who had experienced IPV did not report it to the police. Women reported 22% of the time and men 14% of the time. Which isn't surprising because there is still such a stigma on men being abused by a woman. Or even perhaps in a gay relationship, a man being abused by his partner.
So did you say that women did it 22 or 20% of the time?
22.
22.
22%. And
Yeah.
male did it 14%.
14.
And what was the original percentage we're working with?
I don't know.
Like, there was something earlier that
Women-
I heard.
No, they're
In
reporting
2019, 80% of people who'd experienced IPV did not report it to the police. Women only reported 22% of the time, out of 100, and men
Alright.
only reported 14% of the time out of 100.
So that means the other large percentage that it's happening to aren't even reporting it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would say if we put it on a graph, it would be women have sexual assault happen to them probably 70% of the time.
Or IPV in this
Or
case.
IPV, whatever. Yeah. 70% female has they,
Oh, yeah.
and then 30%
Maybe higher.
male. maybe even higher. It might
Yeah.
be 80%. But no counting that it does happen to males.
Oh, of course it does.
Obviously, mostly happens to females.
Of course. Violence was more likely to come to the attention of the police in situations where there was a higher frequency of abuse, such as on a monthly basis or more, 13%, compared with those who had experienced IPV once, 2%, or a few times, 5%. Similarly to other forms of violence, those who experience IPV often don't report it to the police for a variety of reasons. According to self-reported data, the most common reasons provided by victims are the belief that abuse is a private or personal matter and the perception that the incident is not important enough to report. And may I add that this was from 2018, these studies. 2019, sorry. Couldn't find anything newer. A lot of women now are just like, the cops aren't going to help me anyway.
Well, I don't disagree with that because I had a situation on Tuesday where I went into work and my front door was barricaded by sleeping homeless people. There were 7 of them and piles of garbage and the doors were blocked.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 7:45 and I was completely alone. And I called the cops and they didn't show up until half an hour later when my security guard had just arrived. And basically what they said to me was, why did you call us? You have a security guard. We have more important things to do. So I don't disagree that the police don't give a shit because they don't.
Just for perspective, Hannah, how tall are you?
I am 5'6" and I weigh approximately 125 pounds, 57
And
kilos.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's 125 soaking wet, in my opinion. But yeah.
I'm a tiny,
and the cops,
tiny woman.
Great big cops come and say, well, what do you need us for? Like, fuck you, buddy. You're getting paid to protect me.
Well, they clearly aren't because they didn't do fuck all and they left.
Suck a bag of dicks. Other reasons may include
all
fear.
At once or individually like baguettes?
Okay, Louis C.K. Other reasons may include fear of stigma or shame, fear of court system or intervention, or, there we go, lack of trust in the criminal justice system.
Ding, ding, ding.
Indigenous women. Yeah. Tell him what he's won, Pat. Indigenous women may face unique barriers to reporting experiences of violent victimization or seeking help following victimization, including a lack of access to culturally appropriate resources, inaccessibility of support services, a general distrust of law enforcement, and perceived lack of confidentiality in the justice system, and in this country, outright racism. In 34% of cases, people who have experienced IPV don't speak to anyone about the violence they experienced, let alone report it. So they're not even telling their friends, family, because you get ashamed. Like when I was with Fuckface there, I was so fucking beat down and controlled. I didn't tell anyone. I'm like, I'm me. I'm stronger than this, but it just happens so slowly, that you don't even know it's happening until it's like, wait, what am I doing here? Fucked up. 44% of women and girls who had ever been in an intimate partner relationship, or about 6.2 million women age 15 and older, reported experiencing some kind of psychological, physical, or sexual abuse in the context of an intimate relationship in their lifetime since the age of 15. Women and girls were significantly more likely than men and boys to have experienced any form of IPV, including physical abuse, 23% versus 17%. That's women versus men. Respectively, sexual abuse, 12% versus 2%, and psychological abuse, 43% versus 35%. Women relative to men were considerably more likely to have experienced the most severe forms of IPV in their lifetime, since the age of 15, being made to perform sex acts they did not want to perform, 8% versus 1%, being confined or locked in a room or other space, 3% versus 0.5%, being forced to have sex, 10% versus 2%, being choked, 7% versus 1%, and having harm or threats of harm directed toward their pets, versus 0.8%. Okay, that's just fucking cold,
Yeah, what the fuck did the dog do?
right?
What did old Charlie
Who
do?
threatens people's pets? That's disgusting.
See, that would piss me off more than you punch me in the face. Okay, you're going to get a punch back. You threaten my dog, Michonne? Oh, I will help them look for you. Like, fuck.
I will hide the body and help them search.
Exactly. Among people who experience intimate partner violence in their lifetime, you okay, bud? Since the age of 15, women are about 4 times more likely than men, 37% versus 9%. Percent? That's not English.
Nope.
Percent to have ever been afraid of a partner. 55% of women who experienced physical or sexual IPV feared a partner at some point. Being afraid of a partner can indicate intimate partner violence that is more coercive, more severe, and more likely to reflect a pattern of abuse. Women with a history of sexual or physical violence were twice as likely as women with no such history to have experienced IPV since the age of 15. 67% versus 35%.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a massive
That's
Yeah.
that's a
It's
lot.
crazy, eh? Among people who experienced IPV in the 12 months preceding the survey, women were twice as likely as men to have experienced at least one form of IPV on a daily basis or almost daily basis, 12% versus 6% men. In Canada in 2022, there were 117,093 victims of intimate partner violence aged 12 and older.
So it's going
Fucking
down all
12.
the way down to 12.
Yeah.
I think the most vulnerable age in all of this would be 16 or 17 years old.
Probably.
Or closer to like 15.
Mhm.
Because at that age,
You start
know,
getting into more
you're talking to
intimate
people,
relationships and shit. Yeah.
and not even just that, you're doing things that you wouldn't normally do, like go on a random website and start talking to random people.
Or going to parties.
And then they blackmail you and make you do stuff, and you're scared to tell your parents because you think they're going to be mad.
Yeah.
And that probably happens to a lot of young girls.
Yeah. That's like that site. Remember you fucking sent me that link to that show that night? Remember that site? They were fucking coercing people into cutting themselves. And the kids, I mean.
No, it was happening on TikTok and stuff like that, where they were actually controlling young teenagers and making them hurt themselves. They were trying to convince them to kill. The one girl was going to kill her mom. Mm-hmm. She was so controlled by somebody that didn't even live in the same country, that she had never met, that she was going to kill her mom, and she cut herself up, cut her chest. She was like 14 years old.
Yeah, that's the one from Canada, right?
Yeah,
the one out here.
Yes.
In Alberta.
It's happening in Red Deer, it's happening in Edmonton, and it's happening in Calgary. This isn't just in the States, this isn't just in the world, it's happening on our doorstep.
Yeah, it's not isolated.
To young teenagers.
Yeah. And everywhere. Like you said, this is global. This is a global thing. 8 in 10, or 78% of victims or survivors of police reported IPV in 2022 were women and girls. 8 out of 10, 78% of the victims or survivors, women and girls. 78 fucking percent.
That's massive.
Yeah.
With rates of IPV more than 3 times higher among women and girls than among men and boys. 2014 marked the lowest rates of IPV since comparable data became available. Since then, rates have increased from 2014 to 2022. Police reported IPV rates increased 19% for women and girls and 21% for men and boys.
This is like raising in percentage, so it's raised that much.
Yep.
That's
from 2014 to 2022. Wow. From 2014 to 2022, IPV assault increased 163%. Intimate partner physical assault increased 14%, and indecent or harassing communications 38%. Between 2011 and 2021, police reported 1,125 gender-based homicides. This is just in Canada, of women and girls in Canada. Just women and girls in Canada. 1,125. And that's the ones that have been definitely defined as gender-related violence. Who knows about these girls if they just find and it's unsolved?
This is just actually confirmed,
Mm-hmm.
which is 1,121 doesn't seem like a lot in an entire country of 37 million, but you have to consider that the state of California has more population than our entire country.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you put it in the context of it just being gender-based, that's a lot.
It's enormous.
Yeah. That's why I think in this country, femicide should become a charge. Of these homicides, 2/3 or 66% were perpetrated by an intimate partner, 28% a family member, 5% a friend or acquaintance, and the remaining 1% a stranger. While the rate of gender-related homicide of women and girls has generally declined since 2001, there was a 14% increase between 2020 and 2021.
Just in a year.
14%. COVID. People were stuck together.
Oh, gross.
Yep.
I'd probably want to murder if I was stuck with people all the time, too.
I mean, you wanted to murder me at one point, so many times,
I
actually.
was going to say, just once?
I was going to say,
What do you mean?
if you're a parent and you don't feel like fucking every once in a while, you're not doing it right.
By the way, what do you mean by femicide? I just want to touch up on that.
Femicide is the murder of women.
Well,
Specifically for being a woman.
I mean, murder's murder at the end of the day, in my opinion. I
Yes,
feel
but
like
if-
it should literally just be homicide.
No.
Yeah, you murdered someone.
No, listen to me. Femicide is the murder of a woman because she is a woman.
Specifically targeted murder.
Is there one for, I think, gay
Patris,
people?
that would be father. But,
One people from the LGBTQ community? is there
yeah,
one
that's
for
hate
those?
crimes.
Wouldn't it just fall under hate crimes then?
No.
I mean, it is a big issue, so it would make sense that it would have its own term.
Because men and women, it's always been men and women. That's male, female. We've always had that. It's a hate crime because people are targeting that person specifically because they're gay.
Mm-hmm.
They hate them because they're gay. So femicide is you hate them because they're a woman.
We've always had a problem with people hating other people because they're different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, from
because
the very
you don't understand.
From the very beginning, people hated other people because of the way they looked, the way they talked, the way they
Racism.
acted. It's
The color
all
of their skin.
it's just all a part. And honestly, in my case, I know that racism is going up and up and up and up. Like
Definitely.
it has skyrocketed. I am hearing kids online saying the N-word constantly. I have kids that are like 7 or 6 years old playing VR because I'm on an online game, and they're just screaming the N-word.
And they're hearing it from somewhere.
Which doesn't even make sense to me because
No.
it's 2025.
Yeah.
Like, that word should be extinct.
But when you
Racism
have-
shouldn't even be a thing anymore.
When you have leaders like Trump,
Ugh.
Oh yeah, no, we have like a whole episode about Trump to do. Like maybe 3. Let's be honest.
I don't know if I could do an episode about Trump. I would puke. I'd just be puking. I'd be like Donald Trump. While the rate of gender-related I just read that. In 2021, the rate of gender-related homicide of Indigenous victims was more than triple that of gender-related homicides of women and girls. Overall, 1.2 versus 0.54 per 100,000 women. Fuck. In 2021, the rate of gender-related homicide in Canada was more than 2.5 times greater in rural areas compared to urban areas. Now, let's talk about that for a second. Why would that be, do you think?
Rural would probably be because of response time, honestly. Because
that's
if
true.
you're not near a city center, you're not near a police station. If it takes you half an hour to get to my office,
Yeah,
when I'm right down the street from the cop shop, how long is it going to take you to get 30, 45 minutes out of town?
that's true.
That's why rural theft is so high too,
Yeah.
because they know the cops are going to take forever to respond. So
If
they
they
hit
respond.
acreages and farms and places where people are nowhere near help.
Yeah. Crazy. It's fucking disgusting. I'm all about, I mean, I don't want anyone to get hurt. No one. But I'm such a fucking
Well, I mean, except
advocate
for
for
pedophiles.
women. Oh, pedophiles, no. Have you ever heard of Snake Island?
No.
Okay. So it's off the coast of, I want to say Brazil, but I could be wrong. It's off the coast of, It's off the coast of South America. Are you looking it up?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I love having her on the podcast because anytime I don't know anything, she's like, Google.
Oh, yes. It is definitely an island off the coast of Brazil in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes.
It's famous for its abundant amount of snakes.
Yes.
No shit. That's
So,
why it's called Snake Island.
But keep reading. Should say something about one of the most poisonous snakes in the world. The highest abundance of them being there.
Yeah, I already said the abundance part of it, but yes.
No,
It's-
I mean of
It's
that.
the home of the critically endangered venomous golden lancehead pit viper,
Yes.
which has a diet of birds. The snakes became trapped on the island thousands of years ago following the end of the last ice age when rising ocean levels disconnected the island from the mainland.
Mm-hmm. So I say send all the pedophiles there and see how you fare, motherfuckers.
I don't disagree with
With a
that.
fucking pit viper there. Yeah. And we get to keep the pit viper alive. I mean, it's not going to eat the people. But, I mean, it must be fun to just bite someone once in a
I mean,
while.
if they eat birds, they could try to eat humans. They wouldn't succeed.
No, they wouldn't succeed.
But
But
maybe if they could get off a finger. or a
But there's
foot.
got to be something else. Living in the trees. Well, bugs. There's going to be bugs there
Things will be fed.
that fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Probably bite your dick off, bud.
Who like some nice fucking necrotic tissue. Mmm, yummy.
Spiders?
Spiders.
Spider's hack.
So, to continue on, every 6 days, a woman in Canada is murdered by her intimate partner. Every 6 days.
That's less than a week.
Yes, it is.
That's 61 a year.
That's disgusting.
It is.
And that's just by someone who
It
is
supposedly
supposed
loves
to
them.
love you. Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, it's 60.8.
85% of IPV victims are women. On a global scale, a woman is beaten. Are you ready for this?
All right, let's hear
On
it.
a global scale, a woman is beaten every 9 seconds.
Do you have any male statistics there too?
I do have males somewhere in this, but I'm not leaving them out.
All right, no, I
It's
honestly,
just because
I
it's
want to know
so-
the males.
Oh my God.
That's per day.
That's 9,600 per fucking day.
Are you able to find one?
What the fuck is wrong with men?
But are they always being beaten by men?
Predominantly.
Okay, so, because, maybe
Mhm.
it's a female and a female-female relationship.
Yeah,
right?
but it's
Or
predominantly men who are.
That would make sense.
It's mostly man on woman.
Mhm.
That sounds bad, but you know what I mean, beating wise.
Marital rape and or sexually assaulting your wife only became illegal in Canada in. Anybody want to take a guess?
The 70s?
1947.
1972.
1983.
Wow, I was fucking not even born yet.
I was 8.
Oh my God.
You were 8.
I was 8.
8 years old, and it was finally just banned. It's funny. I saw an actual.
I'm old, Dan. I mean, Alex.
I saw an ad, actually, a funny ass fucking picture ad, which is not so funny, about it. It was something from the 70s about, it'll be a good time to beat your wife tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It was an ad. It was like a picture ad, like a piece of paper. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? It
Right?
was from the 70s, of
Yeah.
course, but it was like, when is it ever a good time to beat your partner?
I guess in the 70s. Hannah would be born in 87.
Yes.
So 4 years later. That is nuts to think about. Both of our moms were victims of IPV. And to think that their men could have legally raped them. Legally raped them.
Oh yeah, there was
It's horrific.
a whole law where if you were wearing any provocative clothing, you would be like, if you got raped and you were wearing like provocative clothing or doing something that would initiate that situation, you were at fault.
They
would
still
blame
do
Never
that.
the man.
They still do now.
They still do it.
It's terrible.
The first thing a woman is asked is, what were you wearing? To this day. And it's disgusting. Because, I found it on TikTok. There is a site you can go to. A woman opened a museum because of that. What were you wearing? Because of that fucking question. And there's, okay, bit of a trigger warning here. The worst one I saw was a baby sleeper.
Just a baby sleeper.
Excuse me? What do you
Meaning
mean?
it was a tiny little baby who was raped. So the what were you wearing bullshit doesn't count.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Somebody raped a baby.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I can't even imagine wanting.
And not
Not
to mention
even-
the little boys' clothes and the little girls' clothes and like,
I can't even
Ugh.
imagine wanting to rape an adult.
Yeah.
Like just
Or anyone for that
to go
matter.
Yeah.
attack somebody and decide to force them to. I can't even imagine wanting to do that at all.
mhm.
Never mind having the thought to want to sexually touch a small child
See, it's hard for you to even get out of your fucking mouth.
or a baby, a little tiny baby.
Mhm.
I remember the first day that I had him, and I had to put clothes on him to take him home. It was
Mhm.
10 o'clock in the morning, and I was afraid that I was going to break
Yeah.
him just trying to get him dressed.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind to sexually assault a teeny tiny little creature. Like what? Why? What?
Not to mention, how do you look at a tiny, innocent, cute little baby and get turned on?
It just, it doesn't even compute. I don't know.
And with that thought in mind, how do people like this have people fighting for them?
Oh yeah, the whole Diddy case.
And he got fuck all for it.
No, he's got
Piece of
a
shit.
maximum of, I think, 20 or 14 years. At a maximum. I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure if he does get sent to jail, he's probably going to be murdered.
Here's
Mhm.
hoping.
He's probably going to get a fucking suspended sentence. Okay, so we're going to go through the, because we live in Canada and I couldn't do it for every fucking country in the world, but provinces and territories, okay? These are just reported cases. Obviously, we can't talk about unreported cases, right? Provinces and territories, IPV, this is per 100,000 population in 2022. Newfoundland and Labrador, 421 people. Women. No, people. Sorry. In Newfoundland and Labrador were of victims of IPV.
Reported victim.
Yeah, thank you. PEI, 247. Nova Scotia, 344. New Brunswick, 441. Doesn't surprise me. Bunch of drunks. Quebec, 365. I'm just kidding, New Brunswick. I love you. Quebec, 365. Ontario, 257. That surprises me.
That surprises me too, since they have the bulk of our population.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Manitoba, 633.
More than every other province so far. Wow.
Saskatchewan, 732.
Even more. Okay. Alberta's got to be higher.
388.
Whoa,
Half.
we are low.
I know, right?
Wow.
BC,
That surprises me.
292. You thought those were high, huh? Yukon, 1,310.
Holy shit.
Northwest Territories, 4,139.
What's the population of
I don't know.
Northwest Territories? 4,000. It's probably because of response time and lack of give a shit.
And fucking boredom. Maybe. It gets real cold though, so maybe you're stuck inside for a good part of the year too,
Yeah, but
right?
that doesn't mean you want to assault people.
But
What?
we're not those kind of people, so we don't get it.
So the current population as of the second quarter of 2025 in the Northwest Territories is 45,242.
That's happening to like a tenth
Yeah.
of the
How much did you
population.
say? 4,000?
4139. It's almost 10%.
That's almost 10% of the population is dealing with that.
That is 9.15%. So 9.1%.
Keep your phone out. None of it. 5,284.
All right, now what's the population?
Now remember, most of none of it, as far as I know, is indigenous. And the assault happens more to indigenous people.
The population of Nunavut, based on January 2024, is 40,721.
So it's 8%, basically.
No, it's higher because it's 5284.
So that's 13%.
13. I'm bad at math,
Wow.
guys.
13% of the entire population has been reportedly abused by their
And
entire
that's
Now,
reported.
let's do one more. Let's do Ontario, just so we can scale it, sort of.
Well, Ontario's population is probably fucking 90% of this entire country,
Mhm.
so
Yep.
By the way, for all our other users, provinces are states.
Yeah.
Just to make sure any
Yeah.
people from the United States, provinces are your states.
So the current population of Ontario is 14,223,942.
And it was 257.
That's like less than 1.
0.02% or something.
0.00.
Not even
Not even close.
a
No,
hundredth
it's
of a percent. It's 0.00001%.
Wow, eh?
It's not even a
yeah,
hundredth
no,
of a
it's
percent.
out of the question.
Shocking. Like,
From
I knew-
13%
oh, this is from-
to something that's not even in the ones.
that whole list was That whole list was from Statistics Canada.
Thank you, Statistics Canada.
The root cause of IPV has evolutionary roots. The majority, did you hear that?
Evolutionary route.
Mm-hmm. The majority of the variants of IPV is linked to genetic factors.
So you could be born wanting to hit your wife.
It's not so much that environmental factors are relatively less. It could be, yeah, you could be born like that, but they say
Historical
environmental
developmental
factors
traits.
are, what's that, sorry?
Historical developmental traits.
Yeah.
Behaviors.
Yeah,
Home life.
yeah,
How
But-
you're raised. I don't know.
yeah. Like if you see your father beating your mother, then
You're probably
There's a
going to
good
beat
chance
your
you're
wife.
going to think it's
then
normal
you,
to beat
yeah,
your partner.
exactly. You think it's normal. Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. IPV is the most widespread violence against women, but about 1/3 of men will experience it in their lifetime. Male victims reported they experienced fear, concern for safety, and symptoms of PTSD. Itchy nose. Sorry, guys. In 2021, in a 2021 Canadian study, Cotter 2021, the study is called, Men experience their partners being jealous and not allowed to talk to others, demanding where and who they were with, slapping, hitting with a fist or object, biting or kicking. That's what men experience from their partners, be it female or what have you.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Women experience sexual assault, being choked, threats to harm or kill them or someone close to them, being harassed, and stalked. Gay and bisexual men are more likely to experience IPV or sexual assault than heterosexual men. 31% like gay people versus 17% gay men. Non-gay men, heterosexual men, whatever the fucking term is.
Okay, so straight men experience it 17% of the time. Gay men experience it 31%.
31. Yeah, you're right. I don't know my numbers. Okay, so I did print out a couple of stories. I couldn't get a whole lot from Canada because I just couldn't get it. So this is mostly Australia. Now, I will say that I follow a girl on TikTok. Can't for the life of me remember her name right now, but she documents all the IPV-related homicides in Australia.
Fun?
It's fucking mental over there. Mental.
So people aren't just dying from giant spiders and lizards?
No.
Huh.
No.
Weird.
So I was wondering, Hannah, would you like to read one of these stories?
Sure, why not?
You guys want to listen to Hannah's beautiful voice?
I sure do.
Okay, so this is Ange's story. When I was 16 years old, my boyfriend almost bashed me to death. He beat me so badly I suffered a severe brain injury and was in a coma for 4 months. Intensive care nursing staff told my father that they had never seen injuries like mine before, injuries that medical staff normally associated with road trauma cases. I was only 14 years old when I began my relationship with him. He was 4 years older than me. Wait a minute. Okay, so back this bus. Is 18 legal age in Australia? Because that means
I would
he's
say
18
no.
and she's 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is, let's do this right out the gate. That's gross.
Already wrong, in my opinion. But whatever. Initially, everything was great. Soon into our relationship, he became possessive and controlling and started abusing me. I thought it was my fault, so I made up excuses for the way he treated me.
Mm-hmm.
Before my abusive relationship, people described me as a very fit, healthy, and beautiful young girl in control of her own life. I was very athletic, a strong netballer, and a quick swimmer. I was living my best life to the fullest. These were many telltale signs that forewarned me about him. Oh, sorry, there were many telltale signs. He often verbally and physically abused me. He introduced me to drugs and supplied them to me. After being abusive, he would sometimes become very emotional and cry. Other times, he threatened to kill himself if I left him or if I went on a holiday without him.
And that right there on its own is abuse.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even... Ugh. Before the last attack, my parents tried to get help from the police, but I didn't want to get him in trouble. He had already been in contact with the criminal justice system over the assault of another person. My parents also made contact with the local youth outreach program. Okay, so second of all, here's another warning. He'd already been in trouble for assault.
On another person. It doesn't say whether they were male or
It
female.
doesn't say
but
it's another partner. It doesn't say it's a woman. But if he's already abused people and you know it,
mm-hmm.
why did you get involved with him?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, a
But
psychologist...
14. You think you know everything when you're fucking 14. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Just wanted to diss a 14-year-old.
Eventually, a psychologist convinced me to break it off with my boyfriend. I had finally realized I would never be able to change him. I decided to focus on my studies, and I was voted into the VCE leadership group as a leader. We were not in a relationship for 3 months leading up to the assault, although we continued to see each other. I still wanted to be his friend. During this time, he rang me and said that he had my name tattooed on his stomach and that we would be friends for life. That's weird
Mm-hmm.
and gross.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking creepy.
But that's love bombing. He's trying to get her back or
Yeah,
something.
you shouldn't have still been seeing him.
No.
Like, I can see so many bad choices here.
Yeah.
Despite the horrific injuries he inflicted on me and the medical team's belief that I wouldn't be able to improve any further, with strength and determination, I proved them wrong. I'm gaining new skills all the time and have plans for the future. I now communicate through a text-to-voice machine and use a wheelchair to get around. I always try to keep moving forward, and with the help of my family and friends, I've been able to keep soldiering on, though it hasn't been easy. There has been no real connection made between my disability and the fact that it was caused through relationship abuse. The social work department offered no support around the assault, but there was a long delay in my family receiving written information about what to expect in relation to my brain injury. My parents made contact with Headway, who supported them in relation to my recovery. While speaking to Mom about the assault, a police officer responded to her distress by asking if the family had received any counseling. When he had found out that they hadn't received any support, he said that he would make some inquiries. Very soon after that conversation, the Victoria Police Victims Advisory Unit contacted Mom and Dad. My parents said they could not have survived without this assistance. These services made a big difference to me. Victims of crime provided some financial support, although lack of finances limits my access to the range of therapies required for my full rehabilitation and recovery. Without the support of Headway and the Victims Advisory Unit at Victoria Police and the dedicated physiotherapists that have worked with me, my family and I would have not survived the first 3 years. Through sheer determination and willpower, I'm where I am today, gradually reclaiming my life. Though I was only attacked when I was 16, I now hope to keep others away from violent, controlling relationships. I wish to be seen as a strong, inspirational young woman who can help others so that no one experiences what happened to me. My advice to other young women is to take any threats or violence seriously. If he insults your friends, becomes obsessive, or wants you to spend every second with him, then see these as warning signs. These behaviors are not what a healthy relationship should look like. When you do decide to leave, make sure that you plan it safely with the support of someone you can trust.
Yay for Ange.
It's also deeply concerning that you're 16 years old and in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that horrible?
I didn't
All from someone who professed their love for her.
Well, and tattooed her name on his stomach.
Yeah.
That's creepy shit. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah. And it's so hard for parents of a kid that age, because if you say no, you can't see them. It's so easy for the kid to just run away.
Well, yeah, I guess. I can't even imagine accepting that type of behavior. Like, I've accepted abuse from
So
people.
young though. She was only 14. That's probably her first real relationship. Is this normal? Is it not? Like, maybe my parents are the outlier. Like, who knows what you're thinking?
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
Okay. This is Ayette's story. I met my girlfriend when I was in my 20s. She was older than me. Not long after we met, we moved in together, away from my friends and family. Isolation. I became a stepmother to her child, whom I adored. Everything I did had to revolve around her.
So this is a lesbian relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She told me that she wanted me to have my own opinion, but when I did, she became angry. She also didn't like my clothes, my close friends, or my job, so I gave those up. She began to drink more and became increasingly violent, both verbally and physically. Afterwards, she always begged for forgiveness and showered me with love. I didn't want to lose her or her child, so I stayed and tried to change my views to suit her. I became so dependent on her approval, her money, and her love that I forgot what I needed in life to make me happy. In the end, my girlfriend ended our relationship and threw me out. It was painful, but I now see it as a blessing. She never denied her abusive behavior until recently when she began another relationship. She now won't let me see her child and was directing her anger towards me. I hit rock bottom emotionally and fell into a deep depression. I mourned for a long time and began to drink and go out to avoid being alone. I put together the pieces of my life with the support of a close friend. She saw the depths of pain I was in and literally swooped in to save me. She held on tight to me and let me cry and learn and feel. She listened to me and gave me the encouragement I needed to move on. She helped me see the truth about my relationship rather than accepting what I'd come to believe about myself because of the emotional abuse I'd experienced. I soon began therapy, quit drinking, moved back to the city, got a fabulous job, and went back to study. I began to rediscover myself in a whole new light. Even though I have peace within myself, sometimes I still feel hurt that I fell in love with someone who was unable to love me the way I believed she would. Relationships should never be that hard. So if you're listening to this and you're in a relationship that just feels like a complete struggle every day, it's not supposed to feel that way. The right person or people will come into your life and you'll wonder why you ever stayed so long with an abuser. I found it really helpful seeing a counselor and having the support of a good friend. Looking back, I wished I had found a way to live separately. Having your own financial independence is so important, and that's true. But they coerce you so much into becoming dependent on them.
Well, yeah, if you're not dependent on them, then you don't need them, and then you can leave.
You feel like reading another one?
Sure.
Hannah again, yay!
Okay, so this is Beck. This is Beck's story. I met my perpetrator in my early 20s, at a really vulnerable point in my life. The sudden death of my dad hit our family hard, and I was struggling to cope. Our relationship started quickly, and looking back, all the red flags were there. He was an emotionally and psychologically abusive, but it was subtle, harder to see. He was an expert at making me think I was making my own decisions. He convinced me to quit my job, to stop talking to my friends. He told me I had mental health issues and I couldn't look after myself. He made me feel that all I needed was him. I was so isolated. I felt like I couldn't tell anybody. When I fell pregnant 6 months into the relationship,
Ooh,
you don't fall
soon.
pregnant, you jump on a dick.
Mm-hmm. I hate when they say that.
You don't
Fell
accidentally got pregnant.
Yeah.
You don't accidentally get pregnant. You either do or
Unless you
don't.
get raped.
True.
This
So-
is
True.
Well, this is clearly not rape, though.
I know. I'm just saying.
That's when the physical violence started. He hurt me so badly, I miscarried. I was devastated. But every time I would leave, he would be so apologetic and loving, promising to change. I would always go back because I believed him. The mental scars from his control and abuse ran so deep. There were several times he was so violent I ended up in the hospital. Doctors didn't ask questions, and I was an expert at pretending everything was okay. After around 5 years of being incredibly isolated, I went back to school. Having that time away from him, socializing and making new friends, I started to realize who I used to be. I wanted her back. I wanted to take control of my life again. The violence escalated around this time because he knew he was losing control. A big turning point was when my nephew was born and he tried to stop me from seeing him. I put my foot down and he physically assaulted me. My final light bulb was when he strangled me. I remember saying to myself, if you don't leave now, you will never leave. I knew I had to get out or I would die. When I look back, I truly have no idea how I survived. And a side note to that, I actually read something the other day that said a man that strangles you is 7 times more likely to kill you.
I was
than a man
just
that
going to
doesn't.
ask you to look that up.
I'll read
7
it.
times.
7 times more likely to die because of a man that tries to strangle you.
Fuck.
After he strangled me, I reached out to a specialist family violence service who supported me with an escape plan and a mobile phone. I had to wait 2 weeks for an intervention order, so I slept in my car, moving it to a different location every day so he wouldn't find me. The violence and abuse didn't stop right away, even though I had left the relationship. Despite having an intervention order, I'm assuming that's the Australian equivalent of a restraining order.
Yeah.
He continued to stalk and harass me. It took a long time for me to feel safe again. It is never too late to leave. I always thought that everything was my fault and nobody would believe me.
Mm-hmm.
I realize now that none of this was my fault and nobody has a right to determine where my life goes. When you're in the midst of abuse and you feel empty and alone, you don't feel human, it can be hard to see, but there are places you can go for help. You are worth more than nothing. You are worth everything.
Fucking right. Yeah. You always got to believe that you're enough. You are not diminished because somebody says you are. Can you do me a favor?
Hmm?
I wrote this on a different piece of paper and I don't have it with me. Can you look up Canada.ca, like help for abuse victims? Just so we can put that out there for people. See what we can find for you. I know you can go on.
You're able to access Family Violence Info Line at 310-1818.
That's 310-1818.
Or contact 911.
Or, of course, yeah, contact 911. But I know you can go on. What's that, Han? Go ahead. You look like you want to say something. No?
Oh, I'm still looking.
Oh, okay. I know you can go on Canada.ca and look up like domestic violence kind of a thing. They'll bring you to a page.
Yeah, it just looks to me like it's broken down by province for domestic violence.
Okay,
And family violence. It's broken down by province.
So
For
they
crisis
give
lines.
you a list of numbers for each province is what you're saying.
Yeah,
On Canada.
the only thing I see for national is for residential school crisis. There isn't just one federal line that you can call.
Right,
So,
right.
This is just for everyone around the world, no matter who you are. If you're looking for a number to call to find someone, just search up abuse phone number and then anywhere you live in the world, doesn't matter. And Google will find it. Just call them. They are there to help. They do that to help people like you.
Yeah.
If you so happen are watching.
And make a safe exit plan. It doesn't have to be today that you leave. Just make sure you're safe. Make sure your perpetrator doesn't know where you are. Do anything you can to make yourself safe. Yeah, this was a rough one. Real heavy.
it was definitely not as lighthearted as the last one.
As the Reddit stories, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, very
Well, I
dark.
do have some good stories coming up that I've already saved. So, yeah, there's going to be some chuckles and guffaws and gasps, I'm sure. So, Alex, I want to ask you specifically because you're, how old are you?
I am 16 years old.
16 years old. Pretty well spoken for a young dude, eh? Anyway, I want to ask you specifically, do you think any of this would help you to recognize, say, at school, if somebody was being abused? Do you think you would be like, oh, wait, that was in the podcast?
Oh, I've already caught multiple eyes on everyone, even before this. I feel like I just have natural keen to see things that are wrong
Right.
in relationships, especially in my relationship
Mm-hmm.
and Dia's friends that always hurt her. And I just want to say there's a very big difference between hating one of your relationship's friends
Mm-hmm.
because they're mean to them and hating them because you just want to be with your
Yeah.
girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever.
For
there's
sure.
there's
yeah.
a big difference.
Yeah. She's a sweetheart, by the way, Dia. So I think that's almost it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty well it for today. If anybody wants to support us, follow us, help donate to keep funding our journey, our link to our donation site is kofi.com/toxispod. We'll put it up on Podbean and our Instagram and our Facebook. Thanks for tuning in today. We explored the abuse stories of Ange, Beck, and Ayette. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe and leave us a like and a review. If you would like to tune in next week, we'll be talking about more Reddit stories, so don't miss it. And until then, see you then, baneful brethren.
See you then, baneful brethren.
See you then, baneful brethren. I'm not good at this stuff, man.
It's your first time. It's okay. You were a podcast virgin. Now you're not. On that note, see you next week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.